Good morning. This is Tom Withy from Goshen Education Consulting, and I'm here to share with you about our IARSS Students at Risk mock-up. So following the attrition study, thinking about students and their attendance, we have this at-risk model that we can develop for a school district, and I'm going to share that with you today. So the at-risk study is designed for individual school districts or at an individual school. And what it does is we look at the attendance and course assignments and behavior discipline report for the school districts as posted to IARSS. And we can use that to generate a list of students who are at risk. And when we say at risk, we mean potentially dropping out of school or likely to be withheld from school, or they probably have some other issues where they could really use some additional support from a counselor or an administrator or more one-on-one contact with a teacher. These students, they're in trouble and they need some additional support. So the factors that we look at are their attendance, their discipline, and then if they are failing math or English. Now, as you could probably tell, this data is a fake data. It is based off of real data, but it's just used for the purposes of demonstration here. And so in this analysis here, we've identified 249 students within this school district. That's 8% of the student body. So there's 387 students within this district who are potentially at risk, meaning they have one math failure, one English failure, an attendance rate of 70% or lower, and right now no disciplinary actions. And so this first page here is just talking about giving an overview of what students are at risk. So which schools have students at risk, what grade levels the students are that are at risk. And then if you're really interested in, like your free and reduced lunch population or your special ed, or if there's a race demographic, and there's some other demographics that we could put over here as well, thinking about homelessness or anything along those lines. So these indicators over here are adjustable. So for example, if we're not so interested in failure rates, but we're more interested in disciplinary rates, we can adjust these indicators, and those are adjustable by the school district. So if we generate this report, the school team, whether that's the administrators or a teacher task force, can look at this and decide what risk factors they want to be more concerned about. The research indicates that students who have 3 of these 4 indicators are at high risk. And so that's why we leave them as sliders so that you can kind of go through. There are multiple pages here. So the next page is going to actually generate that list of students based off of that same indicators that we were just looking at. So you can set your indicator levels, and it's going to have that same list of students. So there's our 249. And it breaks it out by student, is the grade level, and it tells you why they're at risk, what they're in danger for. These are filterable, sortable, so you just click the top. And again, these demographics are over here. So if we want to highlight the special ed students who are at risk, there's our 63 special ed students who are at risk. If you want to pick this out by school or grade level to generate more specific reports, for example, if you wanted to distribute them within your staff, you can do that. So if we just wanted to look at Abraham Lincoln Elementary School, they don't have any. Andrew Jackson Middle School only had 1 student with these levels of indicators. On the last page here, we're looking at a geographic map and looking at attendance rates. So if there are areas within your school district that have higher absence rates, you can identify those areas, and maybe the schools, which are showing up in blue here, maybe the schools within that area might have to have additional services. So this is our at-risk analysis. And this is something that we could do per district. And like you can see over here, it can be broken out per school within that district. Again, this is a nice follow-up to the attrition study, because if we're looking at students who are not enrolling or who are struggling with their attendance after the pandemic, this is a great way to help identify those students and reconnect with them. Kelton Davis from Monroe Randolph has contact information where you can reach out to us and we can help coordinate this kind of study for you. Thank you.